Thank you, everyone, for being here. Round of applause. How can agents elevate their listings through design and staging to achieve higher prices and faster sales in today's luxury market? Because as we know, trends are coming and going. So how do we utilize design and make the most out of our listings?
First, thanks for having me, and you guys are all so beautiful, and it's so nice to be around successful women, so thank you. So yeah, Selling Sunset, for me, I was filming the show in LA, but I moved to Miami. So I'm in a new market in Miami, and I had to obviously learn a whole new, what's the condos, the houses. I knew nobody also, zero people, like when we moved there. We moved 8 years ago to Florida, and then as soon as I moved, the show got picked up, so I had to fly back and forth for 5 seasons. But that said, Selling Sunset is a huge success, and a lot of people watched it internationally. So I want to make sure people know, hey, I'm from Selling Sunset, but I do real estate, and I'm in Miami, and I live here full time. And a lot of people still don't know about it. So I don't know if Mai saw my trolley in Coconut Grove, but it says from Selling LA to Selling Miami, because I want people to know, hey, I'm here and I'm in business, and people see it and its visibility, so I use that to my advantage. So I tie Selling Sunset, of course, because everybody knows. I mean, I shouldn't say everybody, but to the most part, people know Selling Sunset. So I do billboard, and I just do a lot of advertisement to let people know, approach me, I'm here to sell. I don't sit, and wait for leads to come, because you'll be surprised. I don't get like emails and phone calls every day because of the show, the opposite. I think I actually have to prove that I'm not too busy for business. So I just do that, but I'm very lucky and thankful for that.
So I have a question for you, Maya. So it took us a while to connect, about 3 months, right? At your Pure 66. When you finally came to Pure 66, can you share a little bit about what happened?
So yeah, I actually came to do a social media video because you did ask about social media, and for people who are not on the show, I think it's about consistency, and I did a social media panel last week. Post, it doesn't matter if you're not on TV, people watch you, and you don't need like million followers, you only need like 1 or 2 buyers. That's all. My engagement on real estate sometimes is less, but I'm not looking for 100,000 people to watch me because I want business. It doesn't matter. I want serious people. But for Pier 66, I came to do a video about Pier 66. I'm like, let me see, just for social media, content, right? We need content to show, hey, I'm in Florida, I'm doing business. And I saw the project and I fell in love with it. And I'm like, okay, like I need to sell here. Who can I match with this project? And I did have a client who owned a 80-foot ceiling boat. And we were looking for him in Miami. We looked for houses, we looked at condos. And I felt like, this could be the right place for him. And I remember I was doing video for him. And I'm like, David, I think I found your place. So I did a video for social media. I posted about it. And also I sold the unit for him. And I posted the video about Pier 66. And someone actually saw the video on my social media. And they actually own some land across the street. And she might give me the listing. We'll see. But it just goes to show, yes, I have the visibility for Selling Sunset, but we all know a lot of successful agents here who don't have Selling Sunset, who are doing great business from social media. Jonathan Vega, which I love, he's a good friend. He gets most of his business from YouTube because he keeps posting and he's like looking, like he's himself, he's organic and just, be yourself. Let's kind of move over to the topic of teas. Maya, I know, being on a reality TV show can be difficult because sometimes, you're getting all of this business, you're getting this big wave, you don't know who's real, who's not. So it can sometimes, people think it's so great for getting this influx of clients, but are they real clients or not? And in the same time, you're also getting a bunch of people that want to be a part of your team and not necessarily for the right reasons. Maybe they just want to be on TV and they want to kind of ride that wave as well. What qualities do you prioritize when building a team to ensure consistency in client experience, especially under the spotlight? Yes, it's a great question because I got a lot of, I shouldn't say a lot, but enough fake buyers who, they show you proof of funds and it's like BS. But yes, after Selling Sunset, I can tell you that I've been getting so many emails from agents because they watch the show and it looks so amazing and easy, right? So Sanada mentioned her first deal was like $6 million. My first deal in LA was $300,000 and I had to give a referral fee. And I think I made like in my first deal, like $6,000. And then you have to pay all these like fees, right? So it does, when I look for agents, and I have a small team, I have like 5 ladies on my team, and, I try to keep it small because I do not want to manage. I don't have time to do that. But I just actually spoke with someone last week, and I'm like, well, how are you planning on getting business? Like, how are you going to get your clients? Because don't look at me and think I have like 50 clients message me every day that they want to buy and sell through me. It's not the case. And if I can give you leads, I'm happy to, but don't count on me for leads. Like, how are you going to get business? So I want to see actually what the goal is. And I was listening to Mai when she started, and I was honestly like, it reminded me myself when I started real estate. I had a real estate bug. I used to go door knock in LA like 3 times a week. I still do cold call, even with the show and the exposure, because I don't expect business to just come to me naturally. So for a team, the goal is to see how are they planning to get their clients. What's their schedule like? Are they motivated? Is it just because they want to wear like nice dress and think they're going to make $100,000? I wish it was that easy. It's really not. And that's why it's very hard to find someone who's, consistent enough, because as you know, people get a license and after 1 year or 2 years, they quit. So that's my goal. I don't expect to have like 20 people on my team. I want quality versus quantity, and people who actually know that real estate business can be so, it's a roller coaster. It can be very difficult at times. And even for me, like with the show, with the exposure, and I've been doing it since 2012. It could be honestly a pain in the ass so many times, let's face it. But I still love it, right? So anyways, that's what make my team. But definitely, how are you gonna get clients? What's your strategy here? And that's what make me decide if I want to have someone like that on my team or not. They need to be motivated.
And kind of to add on to that, I know this is something we spoke about yesterday, meeting that personal and professional life and balancing the two. Do you think being lean and mean has helped you incorporate more personal balance, or having more people is helpful? And I know it can kind of differ between the team, the person, and what's comfortable for them. How does that work for you? And we're going to pass the microphone down to everyone and how they really incorporate the personal and the professional life.
I think Perla needs to have her own show. Anyways, yeah, balance. Wow, I think it's hard, and I agree with all the ladies here on the panel. I have 3 little kids, and although I am obviously trying to grow my business in Miami, and it's been consistent and great, I have to also make sure my kids, get me as a mom. So I do set some boundaries, and I learned to say also no to business, no to certain buyers, no to certain listings. Like you said, you can decide to not work with a client who you think are going to drive you crazy. So, my kids are little, and I do have a Spanish tutor because I don't speak Spanish, but I do the homework with them. So, it's like I try to minimize, I try to prioritize the time block from, let's say, 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. until I get them. And then I'm with them from 5 till 9. Occasionally I'll have to have showings, and then, hopefully my husband can watch them. But it's been hard. It's been challenging. Weekends we work, and I try to do whatever I can. I have the team, but at the end of the day, you got to be there for your client as well. But it's good to delegate the business as well. If you can have a VA, I have a VA, like an assistant, and I have a marketing person, so that helps. And the team, the girls sometimes can cover for the showings if I cannot be there physically, because I'm with my kids. But yeah, it's been tough. And I think, we all say, real estate is so flexible. But you know what? It's like, I feel like we can never shut the phone down, and it drives me sometimes crazy, but it is the business. But sometimes if you feel like you're burned out and you need to shut the phone, don't be afraid of doing it, because you need to recharge. And I'm all about self-care. I'm working out and get massage and just take care of yourself so you have the good mindset and energy. And we spoke about mindset. I'm all for it. And just make sure to take care of yourself, because, I've been doing real estate coaching with Steve Scholl. And the first thing when I first started real estate, he said, houses don't bleed. So you're not a doctor. There is no urgency or emergency. It's okay to take a break as well and take a deep breath and find your balance like that.
So our last question is somewhat funny in a way, because I know we talked about AI, and we landed on how it is a tool, and it's a great tool and everyone will use it here. But according to the media, or at least what I read, and maybe it's just always in my feed, AI is going to take over our industry. Robots will replace realtors. And so in preparation for the possibility of that, if you weren't working in real estate, what other career path would you pursue? And we'll go down the line.
Yeah, wow, it's hard because I do love real estate. But if I wasn't doing real estate, I would probably have my own company of like a product that I would design related to kids, which I actually am working on that, but we'll see if it happens. So I would want to have my own company because, you know, like we sell to all these like high network individual, and I'm like, I want to have a company that I sell to a private equity firm one day. So that's what I would probably, you know, put myself energy into.
Well, thank you all for being here today. You all have your own story. We thank you. I think I speak on behalf of all of us here for taking the time. A lot of times when I'm asked to attend something like this, I'm always like, oh my goodness, this, you know, my day's packed. What am I going to do? How am I going to take the time? So somehow you all made the time to be here and to honor us. So for that, I'm very grateful, as I think everyone here is as well. And I want to just close by saying that just remember one thing, and that is that you all in this room have the power to rewrite your story any way you want. And I said that at our global networking event, and it resonated with a lot of people because we get caught up in the day-to-day and we forget that we hold the power. We just have to make the time and go within and say, I have the power to rewrite my story any way I want, because you are all in this room extraordinary. So thank you for being here.
Dude, while I was doing that, both of you made more by the way. Got it.